So this is how hydroboost swap works. Here's the hydroboost unit that replaces your vacuum booster. This is the old line that came from the engine to the vacuum boost. I just plugged it. I pulled this vacuum booster plus the reservoir out of a Astro van. The reason they're in Astro vans is because they are cramped for space in the engine bay. Other reasons they might use them is for diesels. Apparently diesel engine doesn't create enough vacuum to use a vacuum booster, or I believe they also use them in some of the bigger GM trucks to assist in braking power. Got a new power steering pump, has 3 ports on it. I got that and all the hoses by searching Rock Auto for a diesel 2-door Tahoe. This is the 2-door Tahoe, so that's what I went with. So let's follow the hoses. You have this hose here, comes out of that front port on the hydroboost, comes down, goes into the top port of your power steering pump. You got this hose here, comes down, goes into the furthest port on your power steering rack. You got this hose here, comes down, goes to the bottom port of your power steering pump. You got this hose right here, comes out of the middle port on the power steering pump. You can just run that right into the power steering rack right here, but what I did instead, someone advised me that now that my power steering fluid will be used for steering as well as braking, it might get hot. So I put a cooler up here for it. I pretty much just tried to mimic the cooler for the trans fluid on the opposite side. So that hose comes in one side of this, another hose comes back out the other side, and that hose that comes back out the other side goes to this port, the closer port on the power steering rack. Now say when you get these hoses, you want to make sure they're like the braided ones or something, because I blew up that hose that comes back from the power steering cooler twice before I switched to braided hose. Another problem I ran into is the plunger that comes out of the back of the hydroboost and goes through to the brake pedal was different. The one from the Astro van was too long, and it also had a bigger hole for the connection. What I ended up doing was cutting both of them in half, male threading one, female threading the other, and using some Loctite. I guess you could also cut them in half and weld them, or I imagine if you bought a hydroboost unit that was actually for one of the diesels, that you wouldn't have that problem. I'm going to show you what my brake pedal's like. I haven't done anything else to the braking system. Stock drums in the back, stock discs in the front. I'm going to push down the pedal when I start it so you can see that when you start it, it like builds pressure and pushes back at you. So that's pretty firm. See, there's resting position. That's full travel right there. Locks up really nice, works great. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them.